Björn Saga, Björn Data. That's right. Today we talk about death metal. I'm usually not a huge death metal fan. I prefer prog death bands usually, but one exception to the rule is Morbid Angel, and it's just so goddamn extreme. You know, what can I say? This is their first album, Altars of Madness. It's really intense, really insane. It's basically what you would expect from a kind of a thrash metal band that wants to be even more extreme. And it's not quite my favorite album though. I do like the cover artwork a lot, and I like Chapel of Ghouls. I think that's my favorite track. Also, Maze of Torment is another cool one. It's a very solid album, but I kind of prefer a good album to have maybe a little bit more variation. So it's kind of the songs a little bit, they blend into one in my ears, but it's still a very cool album, and definitely they give it all they got. There's also a bonus DVD where they practically really in essence they play their first album live. I think there's a little bit of a different track order, but basically they play all the tracks. I think it's Nottingham Rock City or whatever it's called, that show. Here, this is one of my favorite albums from Morbid Angel, absolutely. Blessed Are the Sick. What we have here is a really interesting album. It has lots of different kind of tracks. There's some really slow ones and kind of doom metal influence maybe there with tracks like Blessed Are the Sick. And then there's some really fast bastards here like Fall from Grace, Brainstorm. I think that's a really fast one and a short one. And there's a lot of variation here. There's some piano here, there's some acoustic guitar here. I really like Desolate Ways, for instance. I think it's really beautiful and kind of surprising coming from an album like this. Absolutely. I think that's my second favorite album of Morbid Angel. Here's Covenant, their third album. It's kind of like the first one in its really extreme, really heavy, really out there, insane. You know, it's really, it really hits you hard. I really like tracks like World of Shit, God of Emptiness, Angel of Disease. I think that was an old demo track that they kind of re-enhanced for this CD. It's a cool song also. And I just went to see them live. Actually, not Morbid Angel, but I Am Morbid. Just saw them a couple of months ago, and they played many of the tracks from Covenant, and it's really solid stuff. And I probably even enjoyed it even more when they played it live. It was a great show. So thanks, I Am Morbid. That was really, really cool show. I don't actually have Domination. Back in the day, Domination had this reputation of being a bit more mainstream. I think they changed their record company there, so I never really bothered to listen to Domination. I probably should really give it a chance one of these days, but there you go. Here's the live album, Entangled in Chaos. So what they did in essence was that they released 4 studio albums, and then they released the 5th one is a live album. Also, one cool thing about Morbid Angel, as you probably have noticed, is the fact that all the albums, their titles are alphabetically ordered. So the first one starts with an A, Altars of Madness. The second one with a B, Blessed Are the Sick, and so on. Well, you can barely see the guys behind all the hair, and you know, it's just madness. Also, Beat Commander Sandoval still kicking it. Crazy drummer, absolutely. Here's my favorite album, actually. Formula's Fatal to the Flesh. Many people are angry at this stage of their career because they changed their singer. Well, I don't know if singer is the right word to use here. I guess vocalist would be better because of the way they produce the sound. This is an absolutely insane album. This was actually the first one I heard from them, and it's really, really extreme, even compared to the earlier ones. The sound quality and the production is really crushingly heavy. It starts off maybe not with the best track. Heaving Earth is okay, but it's not my favorite one, but it just keeps getting better. Already Prayer of Hatred has this weird, really otherworldly guitar solos, and then you get really fast songs, insanely fast songs like Chambers of This, Hellspawn, The Rebirth, which is an old demo as well, and which they reworked here. And then there are some really epic, slower ones. There's some really heavy, doomy ones like Nothing Is Not. And then there are some long, epic ones like Covenant of Death and Invocation of the Continual One. The only bad thing that I can think of this album is there are these three short, I don't know what the hell they were thinking, kind of filler soundtracks. I guess they could have been like intros or interludes for the album, but then they figured we don't need those, but let's put them at the end of the album as extras. I don't really care for those, so for me the album finishes off with Invocation of the Continual One, and once that's finished I usually press stop. That way this is pretty much the perfect Morbid Angel album. Yeah, and definitely my favorite. Also the next one, Gateways to Annihilation, is a cool one. It's not as fast as Formless Fatal to the Flesh, so it took me some time to really grow on me. I usually like the fast stuff better, but actually there's a really eerie and really otherworldly feeling on this one as well. So I would definitely recommend and give it a chance, because this is a really good one. And this is from year 2000. So from 1989 to 2000, pretty much probably maybe the best quality metal band of that era, maybe, if you like extreme metal. Then they made an oopsie with an album that I'm not even gonna discuss. I guess Heretic might be okay. I really haven't listened to it that much, but there was an album starting with the letter I that was really terrible. I'm not gonna even discuss it here because I don't want to be mean. If it's someone's favorite album, go ahead and enjoy it. But the techno influence on that one just didn't rub me the right way at all. So it's really horrible, in my opinion. Here's Kingdom's Disdain. It's got this cool, I don't know if you can see it, but this kind of moving cover artwork. And I really haven't got to this one quite as much as I should. I think it's very extreme, but it's not terribly versatile album in my opinion. I don't mind the singer Steve Tucker. I think he's doing a great job here as well as the earlier ones, but I don't know, maybe it will grow on me more in the future. But it's kind of a return back, I guess, after that one misstep, that terrible misstep they made, in my opinion, a misstep. Here's a couple of vinyls. This is Blessed Are the Sick. I think this one is gatefold. Let's see. Yeah. So you can see, I think this was a poster on the CD version with some ladies laying at their feet. So this is kind of like just a band picture. Cool one. And I also like the cover artwork. If you find some of the earlier versions, the colors aren't as good, so it's like all in this red hue. But this one has the kind of turquoise blue sky here. So I really like visually that one better. And then here's my favorite album, Formless Fatal to the Flesh. And if I have not been lied to, that should be the autograph of Trey Azagtoth, the guitar player. So basically it was pretty much the same price as this vinyl would have been anyway, so I just thought, well, what the heck. I'm not really collecting autographs as such, or signatures, but that's pretty cool, I guess. and it's a double vinyl, so you got I guess a better sound quality there as compared to something else. It might be too long for one LP anyway. I think it's a pretty long album. Okay, so there you have it, some death metal for you, and see you on the next one.